Hello, investor users. It's a really exciting time with many new features coming to the app. You're going to get a chance to trade fractional shares commission free, get technical guidance never before known to retail investors, have access to mobile banking, and many other features all in one place. I chatted with founder and CEO Kerim Derhalli to learn about Invstr Plus and hopefully clear up any questions you might have for this exciting new launch.
Making money, making moves, machines with tools and drills, making grooves, missions impossible.
Hey Kareem, how are you today?
Hey, Charlie, it's great to be with you. I'm really, really well.
So I'm really excited about this new release of the Invstr Plus product. Could you just break down what it is for people who might be seeing it and might be confused? What is this new awesome product?
So as you know, Invstr is all about empowering people, and we've focused strongly on helping people learn, making it fun, making it social, for people to learn how to be the best investor they can possibly be. And now what we're going to be enabling people to do is to actually go and invest for real. Invstr Plus is basically an account where you can do three things. It's an advisory account where we give people insights into how good an investor they are and how they're doing. It's also a full bank account, checking account, savings account, debit card, instant payment, bill pay, ATM access, and it's a commission-free fractional brokerage account, all in a single Invstr Plus account.
What will be the cost of Invstr Plus?
Invstr Plus is free. It's going to be commission-free fractional brokerage, commission-free banking, and we're going to have one product called Stats, which there will be a subscription for, but the first 90 days are free as well. So it's essentially a free service. People get to save their money in a bank account, spend their money with a debit card, invest in up to 6,000, I think, equities and ETFs, commission free on a whole share basis or a fractional basis. So it's essentially a free service.
You mentioned that stats product that you could subscribe to. Could you explain a little bit more about what that is?
So, for us, we think that the role of a fintech is to do more than just give people the ability to buy and sell. The biggest problem that we all have is, what should I buy? What should I sell? How am I doing as an investor? What could I do better? How can help me manage my game plan? And that's what Invstr Stats does. So Invstr Stats, we look at what all of our members are doing, and we feed back to them detailed analysis of their performance, what's in their portfolio, how they score. Every investor will have an investor score so they can figure out if they're doing a good job or a bad job, what parts of their game they need to work on, what parts of their game are really strong, and historically, where have they made their money and where have they lost money? So it's a really, really powerful product to help every single one of us understand in detail how well we're doing and what we need to do to improve.
What makes stats unique compared to maybe other services that everyday investors can use?
I spent 30 years on Wall Street, and I was a trader and an investor. And no one ever put in front of me the kind of information that we're putting in front of everyone on Invstr. This is detailed analysis. I haven't seen it in a single competitor of ours, any of the kind of information that we're presenting in a really fun, graphic, easy to understand way in front of every single one of our users. And the great thing is, the more you use Invstr, the more data we have, the more we're able almost to coach our members, or at the very least give them insights into what they're doing. So those insights are around, they're around performance, they're around the risk that people are running, they're around where they make and lose money. And when we talk about where they make and lose money, we break it down into, do I make money in small cap companies, in medium-sized cap companies, in large companies? Do I make more money in tech versus autos? So we look at it by sector, we look at it by the size of company, and we also look at it by style. So, there are some companies out there that have just amazing momentum. There are some companies out there that have, really strong growth in sales or in earnings. There are some companies out there that pay a huge dividend, and we'd call them kind of an income company. And what we do is we analyze every single company on basis of 8 different styles or factors, as they're called on Wall Street. And we figure out where our members are making and losing money. Which styles do they tend to do better at? So do they tend to do better with companies that have got really strong momentum, or do they tend to do better with companies that are really cheap?
That's really cool, because it sounds like you're not only guiding people on what is good to invest in generally, but what they specifically would be successful with depending on their style. Another thing I wanted to ask about, because it's been a big focus with a lot of these fintech companies, is security. So how secure is this app? What emphasis are you guys placing on security, and why should people on the app feel that their money is safe?
So security is everything. I mean, you want to have confidence that your money's not going to vanish. And we've had, obviously, recently there've been reports where people have had their accounts hacked, and they've lost money as a result. And that's a nightmare. I mean, that's a terrible event for experience for anyone to go through. And we're determined to do everything that we possibly can to make people's Investor Plus accounts as secure as they can possibly be. So we're using Department of Defense grade type security to guarantee that, to the extent that we can, to make those accounts super, super safe. So for example, we will never store someone's password. So, even if our data centers get hacked, even if the app gets hacked, no one will be able to actually access an Investor Plus members account, because the password won't be there. It's not with us. It's kept securely away from us. So that's the kind of attention to detail that we've gone through.
That's great to hear, because obviously that's the most important thing. So I'm an investor user. I have an investor fantasy finance account on the game. How do I get started with Investor Plus when it comes out?
So if you're an existing user, from the home screen, what you do is you go to the top of the screen, and there'll be a little drop down arrow. Tap on that and it'll bring up a bottom sheet, and right from there, you'll be able to start your application. We reckon it takes about 2 minutes to complete the application. There's nothing that you need to upload. You just need your social security number. And eventually you'll need a bank account to fund your Investor Plus accounts. You'll need those details as well. But you don't need, vast majority of people will not need to upload any documents. So be answering a few questions that and it's a super quick, really smooth process to open up an Investor Plus account.
Gotcha. Any final thoughts on what investors should be looking for and ready for with Investor Plus that they might not expect, like from the service?
So what we're coming out with is 3 things in one. It's a full investment advisory product where, as we were talking earlier, we let you know how well you're doing and where you make money, what you're good at from an investing point of view. We give you incredible insight into the securities themselves and their characteristics and how they behave. And then we have a tool called Portfolio Builder, which comes up with optimized portfolios of 10 to 20 individual instruments for people to invest in. So it takes some of the stress out of thinking about, what should I buy? How should I construct my portfolio? We have this tool called Portfolio Builder to help you do that. So that's one thing. Second thing is, it's a full bank account, a checking account, a savings account, a debit card, the ability to pay your bills, the ability to pay another Investor Plus member instantly. Obviously ATM access. So full bank account at a regulated, nationally chartered US bank, not a money market account, but a full functioning bank account. And then a full brokerage account with the ability to buy ETFs or stocks fractionally commission free. And the really cool thing is, although you've got these 3 products all in one, as a member of Investor Plus, you don't need to do anything. You can spend your money on your debit card. You can save your money in a savings account. You could invest in ETFs or stocks and we take care of all of the operational hassle. So your money will always be where it needs to be, no matter what it is you want to do with it. So it's the ultimate in convenience and the ultimate in security.
It seems like it's this hub where you can go to for all your finances. How unique is that?
Look, we think there's nothing else in the marketplace like it. Some people offer a debit card and a money market account alongside a brokerage account. We haven't seen anyone who offers the investment advisory product plus a full bank account and debit card plus the full commission-free fractional brokerage account. We think it's totally unique. And by the way, we're not done. There's more to come early in the new year. So we think this product is unique already, and it's only going to get better. And don't forget, that Invstr Plus sits within the social network that we've got, the Investor Academy and Fantasy Finance. There's nothing like it in the US. Frankly, there's nothing like it in the world. We've spent a lot of time and effort, as we say, to empower our members to make them as good as an investor as they can possibly be.
Making money, making moves, machines with tools and drills, making grooves, missions impossible.
I am not a financial advisor, and my comment should never be taken as financial advice. Investments come with risk, so always do your research and analysis beforehand.